Wow. So we're living in a world now where fear-mongering is rampant in our life. I know I'm all messy here. Yeah, it's early in the morning. It's not even 6 o'clock. I'm waiting to go into the gym. So they put up alarming titles, things like that. You know, they want you to click on it because how to keep from feeling afraid on social media, because it's everywhere now. It really is, because content creators know that you are drawn to it. They want to draw you in. And why? Because they make money at it. You know, how to not be fearful. Because fearful, I'm going to go over this list of what fear is really all about. Well, fear sets off a chain reaction, and it sets it off in your body. First, what it does is it reaches into your amygdala, and it's a small part of your brain, and it senses a threat, real or perceived. Okay. And one of the reasons I'm bringing this up right now is because I'm seeing more and more and more fear mongering going on in my genre of YouTube. Yeah. And even at the highest levels now. Okay. So I really wanted to bring this up. And it seems to me, I will say, it's really all in the name of money. Yeah, there's such a, in YouTube right now, there's such competition. And the human condition is geared toward survival. So they're always looking around for something that could go wrong. That's what we're geared for. And they're using it. So I want you to be calm. I want you to be relaxed. Relaxed. I'm not going to edit this. I'm just going to get this out for you. I want you to be relaxed, because that's where health is. That's where joy is and happiness. You want to be calm. So let's go over what's going on with fear, what it does to our body. It gets into the amygdala, and it sends an urgent danger signal to the hypothalamus. I know these are all, I have studied, physiology, so I do understand where these things are, but some of you don't, but they're there, okay? Number 2, okay, there's a hormonal flood going on. The hypothalamus signals your adrenal glands, okay, to release adrenaline. Yeah. And then what happens is it creates cortisol, which has long-term effects on our body, our aging, and our happiness. So the physical reactions, here we go. The heart rate and blood pressure rise, high blood pressure. Your breathing quickens, your pupils dilate, and your digestion slows, or it actually stops. Now, that's not a good thing, is it? Yeah. Your muscles tense, and your sweating increases. This is what fear does. Your sensory and mental effects, okay. You have heightened senses. You notice more details, sounds. I mean, this is a survival thing. And you have a time distortion. Moments can feel stretched out or slowed down. And you have memory tagging. The brain imprints strong emotional memories from this. And this is the heightened fear. So, but I'm going to talk about what is really going on, the effects of us, on social media, because it's everywhere now. It really is, because content creators know that you are drawn to it. They want to draw you in. And why? Because they make money at it, okay? So, fear, if a repeated fear, which is what we have going on, what it does is it's prolonged in high cortisol levels. It weakens the immune system. It causes fatigue, brain fog, and mood swings. It affects your sleep and digestion, like I said, and it leads to anxiety disorders. Wow. Trauma, trauma, trauma. Maybe that's why that word is being thrown out so much these days. And I do believe I'm coming to realize that I think this is the result of social media being so prominent. For social media being so prominent in our society. Yeah. Okay. So here's what's going on. What chronic fear does to the body, it keeps you bathed in stress hormones, okay? I know I'm all messy here. Yeah, it's early in the morning. It's not even 6 o'clock. I'm waiting to go into the gym. It raises blood pressure. It raises blood sugar. And it breaks down your muscle and bones over time. Wow. So we're living in a world now where fear-mongering is rampant in our life. We all are holding these things in our hands and we're scrolling, right? We're scrolling shorts and reels and people are saying this and they're saying that. Oh my gosh. And I do believe that a lot of them are doing it, maybe in the disguise that they're helping everybody. But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it loud and clear, and I don't care. They're doing it for money. They want clicks, okay? Now, the adrenaline, it never really leaves the system when there's a constant fear going on, fear-mongering. Wow. So it wears down your immune system. That's why I say, have you been drinking your cacao? I like cocoa. Have you been drinking your cacao? Because what that's going to do is it's going to help you increase your stem cells, which in turn increases your immune system. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm here to help. I don't care. And no, actually, I'm not making that much money on YouTube these days. Yeah. I don't do the fear mongering and I try to keep things positive. So what's happening is I'm not getting the same amount of views. And I do believe that I'm being shadow banned just a little bit. I mean, I'm not blaming, YouTube, but I do believe I am. My last two videos, I mentioned our Savior. And wow, it took them hours to decide whether it could be monetized or not. So yeah, and they probably have me flagged at this point. So yeah. But I don't care. I want to be helpful. I really do. And I'm not going to make you fearful because there's nothing to fear. There really isn't. How many times have you heard the things that people are worried about and they had them write them down and then like 2 or 3 months later, even a year later, how many of those things actually happened? 0. Okay? So you spent your time being worried about things. Right. So what happens is, and then your inflammation rises, which they talk a lot about inflammation. You don't want to have an inflamed body because it really tears down your health. Now, fear rewires the brain, the amygdala, the fear center. It grows more active and sensitive. Oh my gosh, that's why we probably are scrolling. It needs to be fed my adrenal glands. Yeah. And the hippocampus, the memory and learning center, it can shrink. Oh my gosh, making it harder to learn, focus, and feel joy. Oh my gosh. And the prefrontal cortex, your logic and decision making gets less blood flow. Bad. That's bad. Right? Anxiety could start making your choices for you. Oh yeah. We start making choices according to fear. Now, the damages to the body from the inside. Your high risk of blood pressure, heart disease, digestive issues, hormone imbalance, and chronic fatigue. Yeah. And your muscles stay tense. Yeah. It shrinks the world. It shrinks your world. Chronic fear can push people into avoidance behaviors, limiting travel. Yeah, well, tell me about it. I know, I feel like my hair is like, it's all over the place. You don't care though, do ya? Do not be afraid, okay? I won't be afraid of being on camera a mess. This lack of stimulation And social connection can make the brain age faster. Really? We want to be young. Come on, let's be modern seniors. Let's be healthy. So the chronic fear can push people into avoidance behaviors, limiting travel, social interactions, and trying new things. Like, oh, don't travel into the cities. You're going to get arrested. Stop. I'm out here. I love it. I mean, how many of us women are in van life because we can't afford rent anymore because of our low Social Security? Am I afraid? No. How many of us women like to be in the city because we feel safer here? We don't want to be out in the dusty boondocking situations. So now we're supposed to be afraid while we're in a city or get out of the cities? No. I'm here to tell you no. Okay, so bottom line, I'm going to read this. Fear is meant to be a temporary body state. When it becomes the baseline, your body is living in survival mode at the cost of repair mode, okay? You're surviving but not thinking. You're not thriving. And that's where people get sick without realizing it, okay? So, how can we break this loop? How can we break it, right? Deep breathing. Inhale through your nose and exhale. They say splashing cold water on your face. This is for fear. Like if somebody was knocking on your window after it happens, throwing cold water on your face and having steady movement. Go stretching if you're in your van, stretching and moving, okay? But I want to talk about how to stay out of the fake fear trap of social media, okay? Listen up. This is important, okay? Spot the alarm spreaders. Spot them. Okay, I have. I don't know if you have, but I know that a lot of you are looping in these fear-mongering, and not just van life channels, but all channels on social media. They want the clicks. So they put up alarming titles, things like that. They want you to click on it because you're thinking something's going on. I have to be aware of what's going on. So you click on it, then you're in a loop. You're in the loop. So spot the alarm spreaders, chronic exaggerations. Exaggerations. Blah, blah. I'm not editing this. You're going to see me make lots of mistakes. Perpetual worst case predictors. Oh my gosh. Clickbait news. Even well-meaning friends who warn about everything. I do get a lot of people that people say, oh, your circle is small, you're just in your van. No, my circle is very large. I have a lot of people that send me things. And a lot of times lately they've been sending me things that are alarming. Yeah. And I just, a lot of times I look at it and I don't even watch it. I don't want that. Yes. And then ask yourself, do you ever follow up? Do they ever follow up when they're wrong? If not, they're not actually informing. They're feeding anxiety for money. Okay, now interrupt. This is number 2. Interrupt the contagion. Fear is contagious because it's processed in the amygdala before logic. Yeah. And control your inputs. You can't stop every alarm, but you can filter your exposure. Start filtering your exposure, okay? You can build a personal calm bubble. Oh yeah, daily resets, meditations, prayers, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. This is enough. This is long enough. I am here to say, stop scaring people, everybody. Okay? I'm doing fine out here. Nobody's bothering me. And I'm going to continue what I'm doing, and I'm not going to be afraid. Stop being afraid, everybody. I love you guys. I love you guys. Don't fear the reaper. Remember that song? Yeah, don't fear the reaper. Okay, I'm getting my shoes on. The gym is opening. I love you guys.